I think Liz Truss has made it pretty clear that I think there is going to be some further support announced for those on the lowest incomes. Obviously, a key priority for her is cutting taxes. She said she's going to do that from day one. That will help many people. But then in addition to that, I think there will be some more targeted support for those who need the help the most. And I, from what I've heard, I think that's going to be quite focused on those who are in the most need of help. But we've got the highest tax burden we've had for 70 odd years, having a Conservative leader, having a Conservative Prime Minister who's deeply uncomfortable with that, wants to rectify that and cut taxes so we can keep as much money in our pockets as we can, particularly at a time where it's going to be a struggle for most people, I think is a good objective.
It's been a fairly bruising contest, still a couple of weeks to go almost. I want to quote Michael Gove, your colleague, senior politician, former senior cabinet minister. He says the proposed cuts to national insurance would favour the wealthy and changes to corporation tax apply to big businesses. His point is that her plans favour the wealthy and FTSE 100 executive.
On corporation tax, I really haven't agreed with how that's been characterised by certain individuals. This is yes, we've got inflation at unprecedented levels. That is a real worry. But we've also got the possibility of just meandering into some kind of deep recession that we need to try and avoid. And it seems to me that when you're potentially on the precipice of a deep recession, whacking up corporation tax by about 6 or 7 points is not a wise thing to do. It wouldn't be a good thing for economic growth. And ultimately, economic growth it's not about the wealthy. It is actually about helping the whole country, about providing jobs, investment. So I haven't agreed with the way that and I must also say that on corporation tax, it's not cutting corporation tax, it's just not rising it as a time where we've got a threat of a recession, which to me seems like a very wise thing to do. In terms of the national insurance, look, but there's many people who will benefit from, not going ahead with the increase in national insurance, who I wouldn't describe as being the most wealthy. But as I've said as well before, I think in addition to those changes on tax strategy, I also think there's going to be some additional help. But that help is going to be focused on those who really need it. And those who really need it the most, not have a situation where we take more in tax and then give everyone, whether they need it or not, some kind of extra payment. Which is what the Labour Party are proposing for our energy price freeze.
OK.